Traders, investors, and peeps, what is going on? Here we go. We got some news. Found that out today when I called them again. Apparently they're in Florida now. They're not in Santa Clara, California anymore. So that's interesting. They're in my neighborhood. Everyone's aware of the offering they had the other day. We said it might happen kind of jokingly, and behold, it happened. Now, there was speculation that this additional offering was going to be for a possible business combination or an acquisition, and they mentioned that right here. And look what's going on after hours. This thing is absolutely cranking now. So we had the sell-off, big sell-off from the first offering, and so we came to find out that that offering might actually have a purpose, the additional offering. And so we just got this little bit of news here, and they're basically saying that the offering is for working capital, general corporation purposes, and includes possible business combinations. So, this thing's running. Damn, dude. And I want it in. Here we go. To the moon. Oh well. So, you want in? Me too. This is where I'm getting in at. I need a bounce on the 100 on the 4-hour chart. This is the one I'm liking. The 1 hour is also pretty good. You see here, these would have been good fills. So anytime it hits the 100 on the 4-hour, it's like a crazy good fill, especially now that the moving averages are starting to consolidate a little bit to the upside. So anytime it hit this 100 in here, it was a serious buy. Go to the 1 hour, same deal. If it hits the 100, you kind of got to see how they're moving. Like when they're moving like this in unison, well then yeah, the 100 was a buy. But when they're kind of fluctuating and out of whack here, you can get a little bit greedier, and you can dip down and grab on some of these 200 and 300 moving averages and get a crazy good fill. So this thing is cranking. Unbelievable. Bet it tops out at 7. We'll see. So I called headquarters today, left a message. I don't know. Apparently they're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida now. They're in my neighborhood, kind of. Not in California anymore. So we will see what happens. Man, big things in store for these guys. Big things in store for these guys, too. All these guys. Join the Discord, man. We've been having fun in here. We've been making money. Been talking about little green MJ plant stocks this week. Said we thought it was going to move. And it's been moving since Monday. Yesterday was a bit messy. You could have got a nice scalp in there. But it pulled back and gave an opportunity for some crazy good fills in here. And it ran up today. Could have got a scalp there, or you could have held it and, rode it out. Now, worth mentioning, and if you followed me on the stuff and things, you'd have already got this. Be careful. This is a high risk, high reward kind of thing to hold right now. We are seeing a pre-run to a vote. If that vote gets delayed or gets shot down, all of these stocks, ABC, Hexo, SNDL, VFF, GRWG, MJ, AFA, Kern, the list goes on, PLNHF. All of these things are going to pull back hard. So keep your stops tight, be ready, and keep your nose in the news, what's going on with this thing, because playing the pre-run to earnings is always good and dandy. But when you get to that event, when you get to that earnings, that FDA, do you really want to hold through it? I don't know. Not me. The pre-run is a sure thing, right? Clearly. We're pre-running. But the event isn't sure, so I won't be holding through that. I actually am not holding any of these right now. I closed yesterday on this, and I guess I should have got back in, but we had some news come out about them that wasn't great. ACB's getting shorted. SNDL had a article by Barron's, I believe it was. Let's see. I think Buzz pointed it out. So ACB had layoffs. That was working against them yesterday, forcing them down. And then who found this? Ian Miles. Good job, buddy. So Ian found this basically saying that, even though MJ stocks are running, SNDL is likely too far past gone. Not too surprising. It's a penny stock. These things often pump and dump. So just be careful, be guarded, because these big charts are absolutely disgusting. This is one of those things where if you want to hold it, be prepared to lose all that money and be pleasantly surprised if it turns into something. That's how I'm playing it. Regret not keeping some free shares. I just kind of closed it quickly when I made my scalp. I closed my trade from the night before up here. Sold this. got back in over here, sold this in the morning, got back in around here, and it was just super nasty. Ended up getting stopped out. Wasn't great, but made enough money on the scalp and playing it in here that this wasn't too big of a deal. Also classic, got called out in the manufacturing floor in the middle of a extremely aggressive trade, so I couldn't close it. I got stopped out. So, yep, that's what happens when you play with fire and you have a day job, peeps. Doesn't always work out, but it is okay. Things are going great. Now, we're cranking in the after hours. Most of them are. I regret not keeping more free shares, though. And if you don't do that, let me tell you, that's the move. Free shares saved me. My longs, my free longs, saved me when I screw up on short plays. Because at the end of the day, if you're about to close a trade for profit, take a little less, right? Take your cost basis, take some profits, or a lot of profits, and then keep some free shares, and then let them ride. If it's some random company, some penny, a turd, maybe don't hold it, right? Might not be worth the risk. However, if you kind of like the company or really like the company, just make a little less money on the trade, man. Keep some free shares. I know I sure as shit was trading NEO when they were like $6 a share. You don't think I'm kicking myself for not sitting on 500 shares of NEO for like $6 or 1,000 shares of NEO, whatever it was? Yeah, absolutely. So, that's what you do, man. Make the play, get your cost basis and profits, and sit on some free shares and let them ride, baby. Anyways, that is it for today. I'm Daniel. I'm your market engineer. I will catch you guys in the next one.